to Cookbook Junction. I'm your host, Celintia, and today I'm making sage seasoned pork chops from the 4-ingredient cookbook by Linda Coffey and Emily Kale. This cookbook comes from the early 1990s. It's a time when home cooks were looking for meals that were quick, easy, and didn't require a dozen ingredients. Each recipe uses just 4 ingredients, which might sound simple, but it's amazing how flavorful the dishes turn out. And today, we're looking at a classic pairing, pork and apples. Now, the tradition of pairing pork with apples goes back to medieval Europe. The natural sweetness of apples complemented the rich, fatty flavor of pork, creating a nice balance of sweet and savory. Applesauce became a common side dish, especially in the 17th and 18th centuries, when people preserved apples for use throughout the year. In the 17th and 18th centuries, applesauce became a popular pairing to roasted meats, especially in England and the Netherlands. Apples were preserved not just for eating fresh, but also to accompany meat dishes throughout the colder months. This tradition of pairing apples with pork spread quickly, making its way to America with the settlers. In New England and the Midwest, pork became a staple on the farm, and pairing pork with apples quickly became a classic, perfect for hearty home-cooked meals. Even today, pork and apples are still a go-to pairing. You'll see modern twists like pork tenderloin with apple compote or a crispy pork belly with fresh apple slaw. This combination keeps evolving, but the idea is still the same. Rich pork, sweet apples, and a simple approach to cooking that anyone can enjoy. So we fast forward to the 1990s, and the 4-ingredient cookbook showed home cooks how to make flavorful meals using just a handful of ingredients. Let's get to the recipe, which will be in the description box below. You'll need thin slices of an onion, thin wedges of apple, and dry sage. Any type of apples will do for this recipe. I have my pork chops here, so I'll season with salt and pepper on both sides. And by the way, the cookbook encourages users to add your own seasonings to its recipes. Now rub on the dry sage. And I do have a pan that's been warming up on medium-high heat. And since this is considered a low-fat dish, the recipe calls for a non-stick cooking spray to be used. Cook these for about 5 minutes on one side. When you flip the chops, add the onions and the apples and cover for another 7 minutes or so until the chops are done. Now don't forget to stir around the apples and the onions so they get tender in all those juices. As you can see, it's a simple weeknight dinner or a special meal. Sage seasoned pork chops from the 4-ingredient cookbook. It'll show you that great flavor doesn't need a long list of ingredients. This dish was simple and delicious because the flavors balance each other so well. Thanks for joining me on Cookbook Junction. I appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel, and I'd love to hear what your favorite cookbooks are and recipes, so hey, I might even try them on the show. Until next time, see you soon.